So we have had 5 days off from the gym. That calls for a killer leg day since that's the next in the rotation or the split, whatever. Got the hostility in the system, got the salt in the system, rested, recovered, and let's just get into it. And feeling strong. Grip strength is back to normal, and let's just see if the muscle connection feels any stronger. So I'm going to start off with the leg extension as always. So as I'm doing this, obviously I want to go, or not obviously, but I want to go all the way under me until the weight sack is about to hit. But the main thing that I think this exercise is for a full shortening of the quad. So no other exercise really loads the shortening, which is this top end positioning here, as much as the leg extension. So once you get the shortening loading done, then you can move on to maybe a squat or a hack squat, leg press, whatever. But this is more of a shortening, loading, and all the other pressing movements, I guess you would call them, is more of a lengthening, loading, because you feel the load more in the stretch. And once you get out of the bottom, then you can usually finish it. But this one, the load really picks up at the very top. So I guess that's kind of my reasoning for that. So I'm gonna do a couple warm-ups with this, and we'll get to that heavy set and see how much we could do. As always, the pump sleeve stays on, the lower body sleeve, and then we'll take it off for the heavy set. It's kind of like a mental cue. You should have mental cues that triggers your brain to understand that it's time, it's go time. Just something to think about there. It could be song selection too. I mean, that's a big one. Play more chill music into that top set, and then you play that good song of yours to get you into that zone where you get chills, and you know what I mean. You know, if you do that, you know what I mean. It does unleash a new level of power. And I don't want to overuse the song. So try and, like, let's just say on the way to the gym, try to not overdo the stimulus by playing your favorite songs right off the bat, because I think you'll burn out a little bit. You got to be disciplined, or at least try to be disciplined on the way here. And then you can kind of escalate the songs until that heavy set of yours, because I think it does give you an extra boost when it's your first dose of that music for that day, if that makes sense. I mean, the more times you play that song, that special song of yours, the more it kind of wears out. So try and chill for the beginning of the workout until that heavy set or heavy couple sets you have for that first movement, and then fully unleash. So I just did one warm up with 7 plates on that leg extension. Feels good, feels powerful contractions. Feels like the roots, the nerve roots have been extra fired, like they're getting electrocuted, and my quad is being extra activated, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know, just some things going through my head, but we'll see how it feels as I get to that heavy set. You never know until you actually get there. So for now, I'm going to stay optimistic about it and kind of work up probably two more warm-up sets. I'm going to go 12, and then I'm going to go 15 or 16, and then we'll see what I do for the heavy one. So it's feeling extra good today. I think if you haven't, or if you're feeling a little bit run down, I'm telling you, take a couple days off. You're not going to lose any strength. There's a pretty good chance you're going to increase strength, get stronger. You got to remember, this weightlifting stuff is very stressful. It's very stressful not only on the muscle. The muscle is the first thing to recover. It's a localized damage. But the nervous system, the tendons, take much longer. The nervous system takes the longest. The tendons is kind of in the middle. So even though you're not sore anymore, take a couple more days. Nothing's bad's gonna happen. It's only localized recovery. Let the system kind of heal. And I think you should take bigger jumps in progress over time. We got one more warm up on 16 or 17. And then I would like to go 20. It's feeling extra good today. 17. Oh yeah. Yep, once I strap in, it's gonna be a good set, man. $20 for 8, coming for it. If you're a low set trainer, you gotta make every set count, man. No sets left unturned. All out, whatever it takes. Yes! That was a good set. I got 9. Ooh. Courage to Change by Sia. Hits different. Did the job. Did the job. So, I could have done some more partials or went for another one, but I think I'm in tune enough now in my lifting journey that I know when it's the last one on certain movements. I mean, like this isn't as hard as a leg press or a squat or a lunge, at least for me. So I can push it to like, it's easier to push hard on this compared to like a squat or a lunge, and that shit kills me, at least for me. I mean, the lunge is not as much. The squat, I mean, that's much harder to go to real failure. But I'm trying to go to failure to full extension. So I knew that was pretty much the last one I could do to get to full or close to full lockout. I want to exhaust that fully shortened position before I move on to a more lengthened loading, like any type of pressing movement would. Move on to a lunge now and see how that kind of goes. I got a new light for Christmas. It's like, so I'm using a ring light, and I'm also using a like a softbox light. I think I like it. Kind of get like, you know, the angulations checked off. It's kind of like 2 robots watching me work out. Like extra motivation, you know? So usually, let's say someone has poor ankle flexibility, they'll get down to here and they can't get any further without raising their heel up. But with these heel elevated squat shoes, as I go down, my knee travels further this way and my heel stays on the ground. So I'm getting more angle here versus like that. So it's more tension ran through the quad. And I'm trying to stay, I mean, relatively as upright as I can. Because the more you lean over, the more lower back, more glutes, more hamstrings. And I'm not trying to train that right now. I'm going to train that after anyway. So I'm focusing on specific parts of the leg as I'm going through the workout. Basically what I'm saying is that every movement has a purpose. So keep that in mind. So now I'm basically just keeping the same song on repeat, which is Courage to Change by Sia. Sia does it for me. Gets me into that right headspace. Everyone's got their music. Some like metal, some like Sia. Oh yeah, that feels good. And I'm placing the bar high on my back so I stay more upright. So when you're doing this exercise or any squatting motion or leg pressing, best case scenario, you want to use a shoe that's flat or somewhat flat. You wouldn't want to be on a ball. You can't produce as much force. So these shoes are nice and stiff and unwalkable, but they're great for pressing heavy shit. So specificity. Body adapts to specificity. I'm gonna do one more warm up because it doesn't seem to be getting hard yet. I mean, it's getting hard, but I wanna make sure I pick a heavy weight. I don't wanna do more than 10. It's just my preference. I want powerful 6 to 8. So I'm gonna feel this out. And I might use the same weight, but I wanna make sure. So I go into the set confident about how many I'm gonna get. The sets prior to this are setup sets. So try not to panic at your top set and kind of change your form just to get the weight up. Form is key. Execution is everything. Don't give up execution for more reps or more weight. So I'm gonna try and do what I just said. Oh, holy shit, that was heavy. That was a good set of 6. I'm gonna match it with 6 on the other side. So I just spent 15 minutes basically trying to survive because I thought like my inner thigh was gonna tear off from crampation. Those lunges literally was gonna kill my leg. That was crazy, man. That felt amazing, actually. So I'm obviously trying to like connect with this pad here, and it's like even when I get to like here, once I come back this way, I'm actually trying to like resist with my inner thigh. I'm not just letting it like pull me out, but I'm trying to like tell myself that I'm trying to like stretch inner thigh, and my inner thigh is contracting, and that's actually getting this thing to move. So I'm doing as many as I can, and then once I get like halfway, use my hands to kind of like chest fly it together, because the positive is already fried, but I can still take the negative for a ride a little bit, and then I want to be sure that I got the most out of it. So I'm kind of like chest flying it together because I can't do it with just my legs anymore, and then I attempt to just hold it in the middle, but it pretty much just turns out to a last failure rep, and I can't really hold it, which is job done. So I'm gonna warm up with one set of hamstring curls and then go into the hard set. That's it for hamstrings. One set, as many as I could do, full reps, and then partials, and then just gonna do one more ab exercise, or one ab exercise. Maybe a decline sit-up. I don't know, we'll see. I've been doing the hanging abs, but I might do it today, but we'll just do something to train the abdominals. I don't think it matters really too much what you do. So as I'm doing that hamstring curl, I'm trying to start the top of the movement with a hamstring contraction. I'm not trying to just move the weight from A to B, because then I think you miss out on that knee to hip contraction in the hamstring feeling when you use momentum to initiate the movement. So at the top, obviously I'm feeling the stretch, and I'm driving my knee into the pad, and I'm curling down as if I'm only trying to use my hamstring. I'm not actually trying to move the weight. Moving the weight is just a side effect of me contracting my hamstring, if that makes sense. It's just kind of like a technique in my mind to get a better contraction or an overall better set. Does it look cool?
It feels good.
Or no? Oh, it's almost cramping.
Okay, that's not cramp. Ooh, very cool.
Looks like shit. All right, let's just do one ab exercise here. I made a decision on what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stick with the good old basic hanging ab raise. So that's it for legs and abs. I think I'm gonna try taking more days off in my split routine. We'll just have to see. I'll be lying if I knew what I was doing, but we'll see when we do push. So that's it for legs and abs.